Lenny. I'm Indonesian. I live in Bali. If you think traffic in Saigon is crazy, traffic in Bali is crazier. You know, on my way here, I stuck in traffic to the airport for 3 hours. I left my house at 9. By 12:15, I was still 9 kilometers away from the airport. So I was just like, I just got out of the car and ordered the Grab bike, just take me to the airport, right? And then I messaged the driver, hey, I will pay double if you drive like you have no regards to both of our lives. And he got me to the airport. I was like at the airport at 1, walk into the check-in line, there is no one there, and I was like, great. But then I learned something, that if there is no one at the check-in lines, it means a really bad thing. They closed the check-in gate already. And so I was there, I was rushing, and I was like pleading to this woman in the counter. I was like, please, 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 I was basically look like kids trying to beg their parents not to get divorced. You know, just kind of like, let me in. They let me in, you know, and then the woman said, oh, you should rush. You know, they're gonna start boarding soon. So I was rushing to my gate, I rushed to my gate, I ran, it's like sweating all over, and won't you know it, delayed. Typical Fiat Jet Air. Right? And then, you know, as soon as I was like boarding the plane, I walked to my seat, and then there's this woman sitting on my seat. And so I was like, hey, excuse me, that's my seat. And then the woman was like, but this is my family. Yeah, but that's my seat. You know, so I need to have the flight attendants involved in the situation. The flight attendant ushered her to her seat. And moment before takeoff, this woman come back again to me, and she was like, hey, can we exchange seats? I want to sit with my family. So I just replied with, what do you mean? This is my family now. Like, your child is my child now. Your husband is my seat now. Now, I never seen a woman so angry and a man so happy at the same time. And you know, I got the emergency exit. It's great. I love the extra leg room, even though I don't need the extra leg room. But I loved it. What I hate about sitting in the emergency row is the question that I got asked. You know, the question's like, oh, are you able and willing to help in case of emergency? You know, I hate it because they're always open to like, can I ask you one question? Are you able and willing to help in case of emergency? And I was like, well, that's 2 questions exactly, right? Am I able? Sure. But am I willing? And also, in case of plane crash, the emergency exit is everywhere. And talking about airlines, do you guys notice that there are some airlines that are just very confident in their slogan? Because they know they're great. You know, like Emirates, their slogan is fly better, right? Singapore Airlines, a great way to fly, great. But then there are some airlines that they know their shit, but just being very cryptic about everything, like Fiat Jet, enjoy flying. Or you know, airlines from my country, Lion Air, we make people fly. We make people fly, and then what? Like, landing is not guaranteed? Or is it an add-on, you know? Do you want to change seats? Do you want extra meal? Nah, I want to land. But then there are also some airlines that just straight up odd. You know, I did like research on this. And there's this airlines called Spice Jet Airlines. Their slogan is red, hot, spicy. or Uzbekistan Airways. Good luck. My favorite is Air Europe. Air Europe slogan is, you still have a choice. And you know what? People make their choice because that airline ceased operation in the 90s. But the best airlines, these airlines went through bunch of slogan changes. Malaysia Airlines. Yeah, their slogan used to be Malaysia Airlines, going beyond expectation. After what happened in 2014, they would be like, yeah, maybe not that beyond. So they changed it to Malaysia Hospitality begins with us. Cool. I know. But before I travel here, before I fly here, I was like having a very stressful week because my dog went missing. I don't know, when you have dog, when your pet missing, it's just very stressed out. It happened because my mom left the gate open, so my dog ran away. I should have known, I should be careful around my mom because the last time she left the gate open, my dad left. My dog came back though. My dad not so much. You know, that's how I learned from my mom. I learned from my mom every time I bring a man home, I will lock the gate. I'll be like, if you're being a good boy, I will let you sniff my butt later. That's how I got my boyfriend right there. 2 years! We've been going on for 2 years, and I'm just gonna say I was the first one to say I love you first. That's right, I was the first one. I remember the moment I said it to him, it was like, it's raining, you know, it's cold, and when it's cold, you're just gonna want to snuggle up with your person, right? And then so I was there. It's raining, the ambience is really nice. I just snuggled at him and I was like, hey babe, I love you. And then he replied with, who are you, what are you doing in my house? It's doing great, we've been doing it for 2 years. You know, I turned 29 this year. Yeah. And I'm Chinese Indonesian, my mom is Asian, and then, you know, my mom keep pressuring me to have babies. You know, my mom was like, you know, just get pregnant and give me my grandchild now. My mom wants her grandchild to have blue eyes, blonde hair, fair skin. And now I was like, okay, Hitler, calm down. and the way my mom said it, I don't know if she wants me to give birth to my baby or she wants me to kidnap a white baby. But I don't think I want kids. I think kids are terrible. If you don't agree with me, have you seen one? And I feel like kids are terrible because one, they have no self-awareness. 2, they have no survival instinct. And 3, most importantly, they are the leading cause of pedophile. And we hate pedophile too. That's why I don't want kids. And in this economy, having kids, no. I have 1 dog and 1 cat and 1 white man. I already have enough. Now, you know, I've been struggling lately because, you know, as a comedian, I suffer from depression. Or as my mom puts it, no you don't. I was taking this mental health assessment. You know, if you never take the mental health assessment, it's the kind of test that you don't want to score high on, right? But I'm Chinese. The idea of me failing a test on anxiety gave me anxiety. You know, and I feel like, don't you guys love it that mental illness is basically buy one get 7 free? I don't even want the last one, and my mom kept giving it to me. You know, and she was like, this is a family heirloom, keep it for generations. And you know, the way I cope is just kind of like watch things that I love. I love movie, I love horror movie. Anyone here love horror movie? Hell yeah! I love horror movie, but don't you guys ever notice that in every horror movie, most of it, the demon or the first person who gets possessed is always a woman. You know, like Evil Dead Rise with the mother, The Nun with Falak, Dating Life with me. and you see, but here's the thing, I feel like the portrayal of woman in horror movie is just wrong. Because most of horror movie, the story is always the same, right? The demon or like the person got possessed is angry at you, chasing you, want to kill you. That's not what women do when we're angry. You know what women do when we're angry? Nothing. Everything is fine. What are you talking about? Exactly, are you okay? It's not me, it's you. And maybe you might be wondering, but Annie, what about the male ghost? I don't find male ghosts scary. Because you know what's scarier than a male ghost? A living man. Now, which one is scarier? A being that's not alive can walk past through everything and suddenly is in your room, or Kyle from the US that is too drunk to understand consent? Kyle, exactly. You know, another thing that I read about this, any feminists in the room before I started? Any feminists? Hell yeah! The rest of you are misogynistic pigs. I get it though. I also don't really agree with the movement nowadays, because I feel like it's kind of stray away from the original reason of feminism. You know, all these protests about breaking the glass ceiling, closing the pay gap. But ladies, let's be real. Let's be honest here. There's still some area that we're lacking compared to the men. For example, serial killing. Men, you have who? Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Richard Ramirez, H.H. Holmes, John Wayne Gacy Jr. Don't ask me why I know these names. And ladies, who do we have? Aileen Wuornos. Does anyone here know Aileen Wuornos? Exactly my fucking point. You know, if you don't agree with me, Wikipedia agrees with me. No, because when I write this bit, I was looking for a list of female serial killer. You know what Wikipedia say? Wikipedia say, this list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it. That's right, ladies. It's time. It's time. We will write at dawn and then we will make men scared walking alone at night. Just ask for the stiletto. You know, like I said, I suffer from depression. And this is gonna be like a big way to close my set. And I just want to be honest with you guys, because I had a very dark moment in my life where I tried to kill myself. Yeah, I tried twice, and I failed both times. And I was like, oh my God, I'm such a failed Chinese. And you know, both times I used pills, trying to overdose. Second time I took a bunch of sleeping pills. I was like, I'm just gonna die in my sleep. But then, the next day, I woke up feeling refreshed. And I was like, would have thought all my problems could be solved with a good night's sleep. I could have hanged myself. I could hang myself, but I'm scared. I'm scared that when I hang myself, I would come. No. What would have written on my tombstone? Here lies Annie Yang. Easy come, easy go. Alright guys.